Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So lately when I've been doing my tarot readings, I have just been pulling cards and seeing what messages come through. Like, I have no clue what is about to be said. And so far those readings have been going well, rather than me like picking a topic and doing a reading on the topic. You know, just kind of freestyling it has been going well. So that's what we're going to do today. So I already pulled cards, and what's interesting is that when I was pulling cards, double pairs started coming out. Well, okay, not double pairs. What am I saying? Oh my God, this retrograde, I have not been able to speak. When I was pulling cards, it's like when I would try to pull one out, another one would fall out right after it. So basically what I was getting from that is that this reading is meant to be like a reading about two people. Like, there's a pair of energies that are coming through here. So I'm going to title this a you versus them reading, or that's how I'm going to categorize this, as a you versus them reading. Now, I do want to give a disclaimer really quick. And I say this in all of my readings. If you've, been watching my channel for a while, I never want to feed any type of codependent energy, meaning that I never want you to watch these readings and you're listening in about another person and it's keeping you stuck on that person. This is a person that you know that you need to move on from. Maybe you had like a really strong trauma bond with them and things of that sort. I just never want anybody to watch my readings and that be the reason that they're still stuck on a person, or they're in the process of moving forward and then they watch my reading and it triggers them and now they're back to, looking out or reaching out to that other person or looking at their social media or something. So if you have that sort of tie with someone and you think this reading could potentially be about them and then end up triggering you, I just encourage you to not watch the reading, because like I said, I just never want to set anyone back on their journey, and tarot readings can do that sometimes. But I feel like this reading is more so for someone who, like, there's still some sort of energy lingering between you and someone else, potentially from the past. Maybe they're not even in your life anymore, but the energy is still lingering, and this could be a reading that's going to help you to finally cut that cord. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for that. So yeah, I just had to give that disclaimer. Let's go ahead and dive into this, and I will be extending this reading as well. So if you are a member of my deep dive Patreon group, the extended reading is up, or it should be up right now. So let's see here. So we have the 10 of Pentacles first, and that is your energy. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles, and that is their energy, whoever this is. And by the way, this doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could have been like an old friend or something like that too. So with you being the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like whatever connection that you have with this person, or around the time period that this person was in your life, you felt like you had a lot of abundance. It's like things seemed to be really going your way around that time. It seemed like you were very stable and happy with the way that things were going. So you could have been in a really good place financially, or you could have just been in a really good place emotionally. Like, there's some type of stable energy that I'm sensing where in general you were just happy about life and feeling very, very abundant. Now, when I look at this other person's energy, though, they're coming up as the 4 of Pentacles. So while you were feeling like you kind of like hit the jackpot and you felt like the sense of abundance when you were with this person, they were holding something back. It's like they didn't fully feel the joy that you could have felt because they were still partially closing themselves off. This could be a person who is a dismissive avoidant. Or someone who has like more of an avoidant attachment style, where on the surface they might initially look like they're really, really happy to be with you and that you're equally happy with each other. But then it's like underneath it, they still are keeping somewhat of a distance from you. They're like keeping space between you and you're not aware of it. It's like you're on cloud 9 and feeling like the luckiest person ever, and thinking that they feel the same, but they're always going to keep some sort of distance is what I'm hearing. So I just see that as like a avoidant attachment style. I'm wondering if I should clarify that. When I start clarifying the cards, I feel like the reading goes over, like it goes much longer. So I'm not trying to make the reading too long, but yeah, so I pulled a clarifier, and the clarifying card that came out is the Nine of Cups. So I feel like with the Nine of Cups being here, this is a person who, like I said, they're very, very self-focused. And again, it gives me like dismissive, avoidant energy. They're very, very self-focused. They don't ever, what I'm hearing is that they don't ever put all their eggs in one basket. They don't ever allow themselves to be just fully over the top happy with someone else. They always keep like a bit of emotional distance between them and the person. And they always have something else outside of the person that they can focus their energy on just in case things don't go well. So yeah, I feel like that's, dismissive, avoidant energy. And when I say they have something outside of the relationship, it doesn't have to mean that they're like, it's another person outside of the relationship. It could mean that like they have like maybe their career, like that they're really hyper fixated on, like they're like a workaholic or something like that. But yeah, it's like they always keep like a buffer is what I'm hearing between them and another person, so they don't have to be too emotionally involved. This is clearly somebody who's avoidant and has some sort of abandonment issues for sure, and the way that the abandonment issues show up is through avoidance. And I feel like that could be that could have been, because I'm reading this in the past position, so this is something that happened in the past. I feel like that could have been confusing for you just because they came in as the Knight of Cups, meaning they came in as someone who was extremely like romantic, like swept you off your feet, like maybe, selling like a fantasy, selling a dream or something like that. And so them being avoidant, it's very confusing. Them keeping like their guard up is very confusing because they appear to be like, just as in love or just as happy with the person, but it's like they always have that guard. Yeah, this is the type of person that like if y'all were to part ways or break up, you would be shocked at how quick they would get over it, because you would swear like, I thought we were so in love, but they always kept a bit of a shield between you two. They always kept a bit of distance between you two. Okay, sorry if there was a slight pause in the audio. I got a phone call, but moving on to the present position now. So on your end, in the present position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So you in the present moment are starting over. So either this is the present or this happened like in the past, but like in the near past. So you get a whole new opportunity to start over. Going from the 10 of Pentacles to the 1 of Pentacles can be quite painful. So I feel like even though, this is a positive card because it shows that you get a new opportunity and a new beginning, there still is a lot of grief and a lot of pain because you feel like you lost a lot and you had to start over. So it's like you're grateful for the new beginning, but starting over still feels extremely, extremely painful. On their end, we have the 6 of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So on their end, in the present moment, it looks like they're feeling like they're getting the short end of the stick in some way, shape, or form. It's like they feel like they're not getting something or that they're experiencing something that is not fair or something that's unjust. Let me pull one more for that. Yeah, Hierophant card in reverse. So they're experiencing something in the present that feels very imbalanced to them. But I feel like I'm trying to figure out like how to explain what I'm hearing. It's like the imbalance that they're feeling or the injustice that they're feeling. It's kind of like, it's just like a result of something. Like, how do I say this? Oh my God, this retrograde. It's sort of like reaping and sowing. I'm not necessarily seeing this as like karma. It doesn't feel like a karmic sort of card. It just feels kind of like reaping and sowing. Well, I guess that would be a form of karma, but it's like, I don't think that they fully see the ways in which the actions that they took led up to this, led up to wherever they are right now. I think that's what it is. This seems to me like a person who kind of lacks self-awareness. So when they hit a stage of their life or they hit like a phase of their life that where something unpleasant is happening to them and it's a direct result of the things that they did, they don't understand that it's a direct result of things that they did. They see it just as like, oh, this is unfair. Like, this is like, why is this happening to me? Like, I feel like they lost something that was once stable, like some sort of stability that they had in their life. It's something that they thought they could for sure count on. Something that they thought they could count on being there long term. It's no longer there. Not sure exactly what that is. I guess that could be different things for different people. And it's kind of like they're seeing it as like, wow, that's like, this is just very unfair. But whatever it is that they lost, I feel like it was a result of decisions that they made. Like, this is like someone who their relationship falls apart and they're like, oh, why me? But then it's like, when you look back on the relationship, their partner was constantly telling them, hey, you don't make me feel loved. You don't make me feel validated. You don't make me feel seen. Like, the partner was constantly complaining and they were constantly dismissing the partner. And then when the partner finally leaves, they're like, oh, why me? Why did I have to lose my marriage? Why did I have to lose my home? Like, but they don't see that it's a direct result of things that they themselves were doing. So yeah, this is a person who definitely they have like some blind spots, like they lack self-awareness for the things that they do and how it leads up to loss. And I feel like the loss that they experience is the type of loss that, like, it's the only way they can get a wake-up call. Because I feel like they had to lose something stable to them, or something that was stable. They had to lose it in order for it to be very clear that whatever decisions they have been making and the way that they could have been potentially treating people wasn't right, wasn't fair, wasn't just, wasn't balanced. But I feel like they're still not getting it because, again, the lack of self-awareness is making them feel like whatever is happening to them, it's like they feel victimized by it rather than learning the lesson from it. In the future position, we have the Lover's card and we have the Wheel of Fortune card in the reverse. So in the near future for you, this reading sounds so, like, it sounds biased, right? Like, I don't know. It just sounds like I'm like on your side and like against this person. But I swear, I'm just reading exactly what the cards say. Okay. In your future, there's good things coming your way. Things that you have been wanting to manifest coming into fruition. Things that are going to make you feel loved. Whatever this may be. And this could be like a new relationship. This could be new friendships. This could be a new home. It's like something that just makes you feel loved after a long period of pain. Because like I said, going from that 10 to that 1, it's painful. You lost something significant. You get a new start. And it's like in the near future, I'm seeing you finally feeling that feeling like of finally you can rest and you feel okay now. Like you're feeling loved. Like you feel like the universe has gifted you something, like a new start in life, and like peace is what I'm hearing. But for their future, that's why I said this sounds biased, because I feel like it's like all bad news for them and all good news for you. But I swear, I'm just reading what the cards say. So on their end, with the Wheel of Fortune card being here in the reverse, yeah, they're going to have to go back and repeat a karmic cycle. They did not learn from it. They didn't. And I think that's why I'm seeing all your cards in the upright. And that's why I'm seeing like these blessings coming into your life, because you have this level of self-awareness where you're able to like self-reflect and then make changes accordingly. Like you're always trying to do better. You're always trying to heal. You're always trying to evolve, and I feel like with this person, because of their lack of self-awareness and how they're just kind of like playing the victim, like, oh, all this bad stuff is happening to me. Oh, I'm the victim. Instead of like self-reflecting on what they were meant to learn, now they're going to have to step right back into a karmic cycle and do it all over again and just keep going through karmic cycles until they finally get it. Until they finally get that certain ways that they treat people or certain ways that they go about doing things is just unacceptable. Like even if it's a result of their own abandonment wounds or their own trauma, like even if it's a result of that, it's still unacceptable. Like they still at some point have to take accountability and responsibility for the ways that they've been treating people, especially like the Nine of Cups here is like a selfish card. So there's like selfishness that's here. And again, I feel like it's because this person has a blocked heart chakra for sure. But still, it's unacceptable the way that they treat people and the way that they could have treated you. So I do feel like a karmic cycle has to restart for them while you're about to enter a new season. So they have to repeat a cycle while you get to elevate to a new season. So that is what I'm seeing for this reading. We're going to go ahead and extend this. I'm literally just going to pull extra cards for you and for them just to see like what the next steps are and more in depth of the blessing that is coming into your life and then the karmic cycle that they're about to step back into. So the link to the extended will be in the description box down below. My personal readings are also open, but they won't be open for too much longer. They're not going to be open for too much longer. I'm going to have to close them down for a little bit and then reopen them. But yeah, they're open for now. But yeah, I will leave the link to the extended in the description box and I will see you guys over in the extended.